gentlemen, the John Biven Show is on the air. Live from Marion, Illinois, featuring Christian music and ideas to uplift your soul and make you whole. I'm Sherry Biven, and now I'd like to introduce your host with the most, my sweet honey of a hubby, John Biven.
Holy mackerel. Okay. Hi, guys. Man, I don't know if you're even out there listening, but what is going on? Oh, I'm hearing the back feed from... It's okay. I'm just making sure that everything is running, and this has been an evening. Anyway, for some reason, the oh, hi, Chris. Holy mackerel, Chris! I'm telling you what. For some reason, my encoder. I use a broadcasting software, and the encoder goes to a special location, and I broadcast using IceCast protocol, and that isn't working, and I am not sure why. I can't get the encoders to connect, and I've tried everything I could do to see if I could make the thing work, and it wouldn't work. So now I am on the Spreaker console, and I'm having to do everything manually, kind of, sorta. I didn't get a chance to load my music into the Spreaker console, and I don't think this thing broadcasts in stereo from the microphone input of the Spreaker console, because it uses Adobe something, I don't know. Anyway, Chris, you're working on a new remix. Why don't we have a little convo, man? Can you Skype me at BivMan, and we'll kind of just yak a little bit, and maybe while we're yakking, I can figure out how to get this thing to work correctly, or at least maybe I can start loading some music into the Spreaker console. Anyway, we'll see if we can get my buddy Chris Nelson to jump in here with us, and maybe we'll have a convo. I was hoping that my buddy Jim Drew was going to be in with me tonight, but as it turns out, he said he got kidnapped and then went into ditz mode and forgot about the fact that I wanted him to come and talk about his new project he's working on. So we'll see what happens. He said when he gets back to New York, he's down in Nashville. He has been working with a bunch of folks doing crazy stuff, I guess, trying to get all his stuff. He's working with writers, all these little writer groups and stuff, and I don't know. He's running around doing concerts and everything else. So we'll see how he turns out. He said when he gets back to New York, he would see what was going on. Hi, Ray. My friend Ray's in the chat. Yeah, Ray, I don't know what happened. For some reason, the encoder that I use to send the signal using IceCast protocol is not connecting to the servers, and I haven't figured that out yet. And so I'm working on another protocol. I'm gonna see if I can do anything. See if the encoder will connect on one of my other shows while I'm sitting here talking. And it's all timing out. So that's not a happy day. So that's why I'm not playing any music. That's why I'm just kind of sitting here feeling like a dunce, because nothing will connect to the main servers. I don't know if the let's see. I don't know if the I forget what they call it. It's some kind of a tube connection. Let's see here. It's called tube.us-east-spreaker.com. I don't know if there's something wrong with that, server or what. But I noticed that some of the other folks that I listen to aren't on the air either, so I suspect we're all kind of having the same issue, that the system will not connect to the internet the way we'd like it to. So, let's see. Chris is working on a new remix. I guess is your sister Michelle going to be singing on that remix, or are you just writing some music using your remixable stuff there, Chris? And Chris, say hi to Ray if you're still there in the chat. And Ray, you can say hi to Chris. Chris is a buddy of mine over in Pennsylvania, and he's got some interesting views on the governmental stuff. And I wonder if Chris ever figured out what his light in the sky was. He saw this light just was there every night in the same position, and it was, out of town. It was just like this thing sitting there, and I guess he looked at it with a high-power telescope. It looked like a donut. That nobody seemed to be concerned about it. They were just kind of sitting out there. I don't know if it was I don't know what it was. Okay, you're covering The Stand by Hillsong. Okay, the light is still there, Chris says. Huh. That is really weird. I saw some pictures that he put up on his website that it's just kind of sitting out there. And I don't know, is there a mountain range out there? There's maybe some that you can't see the mountain because of the haze or something, and there's a mountain range out there, and there's a big honking light on a transmitter facility out there somewhere in the middle of Dabbly-doo. Oh no, now you have multiple lights that flash red and blue. Oh my goodness. That is just too weird, man. That is just too weird. Now red, let's see. No, it would be white and blue if it was flashing. If it was like an airport or something, it would be a white and blue marker lights that would flash. I don't know, man. I wish I would have driven by when we took our trip up to take my daughter to Boston, because I wish I would have driven by around I think you're around the Harrisburg area. That's just kind of weird. Anyway, okay, so I'm kind of stuck here. Let me. How do I do this? Oh man. Okay. Well, I guess what I can do. The music is not going to come out in stereo. I can tell you that, unless I can get it loaded into my playlist. And this stuff is all kind of jimmy jumbled. Gosh. What did we do before technology? Oh my goodness. Saw them in New Hampshire also. They look like stars, but they flash different colors. Okay. Well now, I know that some stars do appear to flash different colors, and that's where the twinkle, twinkle, little star thing came from. I know that's some stuff that's just, because of the layers of air and the moisture in the air causing refraction of the light and, doing some prismatic stuff. I can see that. Now, if the lights just stay in the same place and don't move over a long period of time, that's weird. I don't know. Chris says he feels like something big is going to happen soon. And yeah, I think you're right. One of my... Yeah, oh yeah, I want to Skype. Yeah, I asked you to Skype earlier. I was hoping you'd jump in, man, because I'm feeling like I'm just kind of flailing out here. Can't do anything. I'm just kind of stuck. So, oh yeah, Chris said, I didn't just fall off the cucumber truck, you know. Cool, man. Well, come on in. Biv Man, I think, is my Skype. So we can do a little chit chat and let you do some talking about stuff you know about. And while you're talking, maybe I can load some music through or something. I don't know. I don't know that I can carry this for 2 hours just yakking. Oh, goodness. Had to cough that one out. Don't feel like arguing with Fox News watchers. Oh, it's like trying to chew water. Yeah, I don't watch much. I don't watch much news either, unless there's something that's significant. My buddy was talking about a comet that's was out shooting around Mars here recently, and the scientists were evidently baffled. And I'll have to get that news article off my email and bring it up, because evidently this comet made course corrections, which is kind of weird. And if that doesn't get you back up on the cucumber truck and looking to see if they're rotten or what, I don't know what to think about that. And I gotta figure out where that email came into. He probably emailed me. Oh, at this email. I don't know, and there's all these failure notifications. I may never find it in here. I had a major issue at work. Raymond says we can always play the JJs and the sour notes. That's my ham radio buddies. that a couple of shows I've done with them, doing some jam session stuff. And the first one we tried, we couldn't get a good internet signal, so we couldn't go live. But I was able to air a kind of a replay, and then the last one we did, we actually were able to go live, which was kind of cool. You get to actually hear all the interaction between the musicians, just kind of wiggly wonking and yakking about what they're going to play next or not play. Ray kept saying, "John, gonna do one? Gonna do one?" I'm like, "No, man. You guys are the what kind of music was that you guys were playing? Kind of old country and banjos and a mountain dulcimer and a guitar, and what would that be? Bluegrass, yeah." So anyway, they he kept trying to get me to play something. I play, I don't know. I can play along with those guys, but it's just not my. I just don't know any songs from that type of stuff. So I was kind of feeling lost. He's like, "Well, play something." I don't know anything, man. Okay. I just feel so naked without my tunes, man. I guess what I'm gonna play a song. It's not gonna be in stereo, and we'll just have to deal with that, I guess. And hopefully it will come out here. I'm gonna have to play it through my speaker thing here. We are still in the lesser known artist review, and Chris, if you Skype while I'm playing this, I won't be able to talk to you until after it gets done playing, because I'm actually having to play it straight to the board and out, and I don't have any way to Skype in the background, because I was not Boy Scout enough to be prepared for this. So let's. This is 3 Nails, and that's the number 3, Nailz, 3 Nails, and this song is called Father's Song. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this.
As I hold you while you sleep, I dream of what you'll be. I wonder if you'll change your life the way that you changed mine. And as I watch you as you play, I give thanks to God and pray you give the good life a try, that you'll laugh more than cry. In your first love, in your first car, and when you cursed the world with your first broken heart. In your triumphs and your glories, in your good and bad days, in your dreams and your stories, until I'm in the grave. If you win or if you lose, I will be with you. You walk in the truth. I pray you never feel alone. Remember you'll always have a home. And as you grow and get away, I'll be beside you every day. I pray you reach all your dreams. You'll have me in everything. In your first love, in your first car, and when you curse the world with your first broken heart. In your triumphs and your glories, in your good and bad days, in your dreams and your stories, until I'm in the grave. If you win or if you lose, I will be with you. Triumphs and your glories, in your good and bad days, in your dreams and your stories, until I'm in the grave. If you win or if you lose, if you win or if you lose, I will be with you.
That was 3 Nails and a song called Father's Song. And hopefully it sounded halfway decent. It's tough because I'm having to play out of the board into a mono protocol because I'm on the Spreaker. What do you call it? The Spreaker console, because my other system is not correctly operating. Goodness. I'm going to see if I can start an encoder here on the other side of the world again and see if it pops in. And it is not looking like it's going to. Oh man. It's difficult. I'll tell you. When things you count on don't work, it's a bad day. Okay, so that didn't work. All right. So, Chris, Skype me so we can yak. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. I am frantically trying to find my music files that I know are in my backup data disk. And let's see. Okay. Okay. Hell. Oh, here's the mother load. All right. We will just see if we can send all those guys.
We got WD-40 here.
No, we do not have WD-40.
Don't?
No. You got
This is
something
metal.
stuck?
Is there something?
My wife is coming in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Say hi.
Hi, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry, dear.
That's all right, baby. You trying?
I just want to. This is like a Victorian bracelet, and the hinges are a little slow. How about could I put cooking oil? Would that goof it up?
Yeah.
It would.
Yeah, but I have something just for that.
Okay, is it out there?
Yeah, it's out there, but I'll need to find it for you.
Is it in that that multicolored can?
No. No, actually, it's a red jug with a. It's up in the. Yep, up there. It's a red.
Marble.
That's the stuff. And what you need to do is put just a little bit on paper, and just kind of,
On a little rag. I was going to do.
Yeah, a rag or just a paper towel or something, and just kind of very carefully.
I will, baby, because it's about an $80 bracelet.
Oh, an $80 bracelet. Okay. Okay. Well, the good thing is, I believe we are loading music into my music library as we speak, and hopefully I can load this in as we go. Unknown artists. All. Nope, that's not it. Well, it said that some music was available. Let's see if we can find something here. Okay. Does this mean I'm actually going to have to go through here and look for all the artists as well? Oh dear. Well, latest, come on, show me. Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, I'm seeing some stuff. This is good. I'm seeing my music coming through. So this is a good thing. So I may yet be able to get the music on to where it sounds halfway decent, which is always a good thing, because I hate it when the music sounds pooky. Okay. Alright, so, and this is one of the things that I really dislike about some shows. Because the guy is sitting there fiddling with his computer and saying, oh yeah, well, what about this and what about that? And oh yeah, here's this and here's that. And and it's like, how dumb is that? But that is the nature of the beast when you are doing what we're doing, I guess. I guess it's live radio, and what can you do? So, okay, I need to find this email from my buddy, and maybe we can talk about this this strange thing that was doing nope. Oh, come on now. I can't find his email. I hate that. At any rate, evidently, there's a news article that I was reading that my friend sent me, and it says that there is some kind of a thing going on where there's a comet that was discovered by something, and I think it's Russian. Here we go. Finally. These experts were puzzled after a great comet. It's coming up here. Things are going a little bit slow on my computer because I'm throwing files one way and encoding another way and trying to get this web page up. Okay. Experts puzzled after great comet makes Mars orbital adjustments. This is a new report prepared by the Federal Space Agency Roscosmos circulating in the Kremlin today. And this was September 15th. States that comet C2012S1 has made a number of unexplained orbital adjustments around the planet Mars, seemingly to better align itself with the red planet's strange moon Phobos. According to this report, comet C2012S1 was first discovered on the 21st of September 2012 by Russian amateur astronomer Vitaly Nevsky and Artyom Novichonok using the International Scientific Optical Network, thus giving this comet its name ISON, I-S-O-N, which, if you say that with a kind of a buzzing S, it would be like eyes on, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, Phobos is the larger and closer of the two natural satellites of Mars, and with a mean radius of 11.1 kilometers, it is 7.24 times more massive than the second moon, Deimos. My Skype is Bivman, B-I-V-M-A-N.
You are the man. The big man.
Thank you, dear. Important to note about Phobos, this report continues, was in 1958 when Russian astrophysicist Isif Samuilovich Shilosky, I do not speak Russian, obviously, and or Russian names, studying the secular acceleration of Phobos' orbital motion, suggested a thin sheet metal structure for Phobos, a suggestion which led to speculations that Phobos was of artificial origin. Oh, that's weird. Shilovsky based his analysis on estimates of the upper Martian atmosphere's density and deduced that for the weak breaking... I got you in here, Chris. Let me pop you on air here. Let's see here. And deduce that for the weak braking effect to be able to account for the secular acceleration, Phobos had to be very light. One calculation yielded a hollow iron sphere 16 kilometers across, but less than 6 centimeters thick. I don't know if you're listening to my little Remy rant here about this this weird comet making orbital adjustments around Mars. Did you hear anything about that?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
No, I did not. I kind of caught the end of it, but I am interested in that stuff. What's going on Mars?
Okay.
I heard that somebody's about to build a colony up there, like Richard Branson or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Or they launched some people, or some people are getting launched to Mars, and is that what you were talking about?
No, this is
I'm serious. I think that anyway.
That's scary, you know. And
unless somebody might have been messing with me. I don't know.
You know, you never know in this world. I mean, you know, all the elites are doing so much stuff that is so, you know, you can't believe they're doing it, but they are, you know. So it wouldn't surprise me if somebody isn't shooting something up there with people. You know what's the deal with all these things in the side of the mountains where they're holding on to, you know, plant seeds, and you know, and what's the deal under the airport in Denver, and you know, I mean, there's and what's the deal with all the FEMA camps that are, you know, and what's the deal with all the foreign troops coming over here and training, and you know, there's lots of stuff you wonder about.
You lost me. I have no idea what you're talking about. I heard of those. I heard of FEMA camps, but it's not the first time our government has created concentration camps and put people in them. Everybody's favorite president, well, not everybody's, but a lot of sanctimonious people on the left, his favorite president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who is on our dime, rounded up the Japanese, and put them in concentration camps. And he's on our dime.
Yep.
Yeah. And the Supreme Court, the supreme arbiter of all that's right and good, backed him on that in a very one of their more wise decisions, and I say that extremely sarcastically.
Yeah.
Korematsu versus United States. The Supreme Court declared that it was, in fact, constitutional to round up the Japanese and put them in forced labor camps.
And these were Japanese that had emigrated to the United States and were just being regular old folks, but because they were Japanese, they figured they would be, you know, on the side of the other Japanese that were attacking us? Is that...
Yeah, they had attacked Pearl Harbor, so it would have been the same as if George W. Bush had rounded up all the Muslims and put them into a camp. But we're not talking about a religion. We're talking about racism.
Yeah.
We're talking about specifically rounding up Japanese Americans and throwing them into camps. And they recently found one of the camps, not up in, I think, in Montana or something, and you didn't hear much about that. But I mean, this is a chapter of our country's history, and the fact of the matter is this guy is still looked at as one of our great presidents who was practically a dictator, and he only went out because he died in office, but the guy was a tyrant, and he put all these things into place with the New Deal that we're still dealing with today, and Obama just picked up where he left off, basically, and we have him on our dime. And when you ask people about Franklin Delano Roosevelt, you usually hear what a great president he was, and no, not so much.
Kind of scary when people take that kind of power over other people just because of the way they look. And I wonder what the deal would be. You know, of course that was before the NAACP, but you know, you just wonder, how far people will go to do what they want to do. Especially the elites or the people that are just that control the giant sums of money. Not corporations. I'm talking about people that have crazy amounts of money that just do what they want.
Oh, corporations are absolutely involved. It's just not what you hear from the miscreants and malcontents that call themselves Occupy Wall Street. It's but absolutely corporations are involved, and you're going to be seeing more of this. It started with GE, General Electric, selling out, and you're going to see a lot of health insurance agencies, which a lot of them already have, and large healthcare providers, and you're going to see a lot of big corporations that you thought that a lot were started by people like good conservative Christian people that aren't alive anymore, but basically you're going to see a lot of them selling out and going along with Boehner Care and going along with the big government initiatives, because they're just being, we'll just follow the money. It's okay. We can either join them and get cover and keep our money, keep business as usual going, or we can oppose them, like the courageous people and the courageous man who runs Hobby Lobby.
Oh yeah,
has done, and be tormented, harassed, and molested by the government nonstop. So it's like, which one do you want? So don't be fooled by when they point and go, oh look, this corporation's still doing well. See, we're still a capitalist country. You got Walmart, you got the big healthcare companies. The government's not running all these things. It's all these companies, and don't look at that. When's the last time a small business has become a big business? I mean, it doesn't happen anymore. You got all the ones that got to where they are now, but Sam Walton couldn't create a Walmart today. A Bill Gates couldn't create a Microsoft today. Not with all the bureaucratic red tape. It can't happen.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. You have to jump through so many hoops.
It's ridiculous. You get to set up somewhere and sell T-shirts. You get people, oh, well, are you reporting that? Did you get your permits? Did you get your permission? And I say, if you want to set up something and sell something, just do it. The time's come and gone where it's being paralyzed into inactivity by all this red tape. Now I say that knowing that, yeah, you might have to face some consequences, but I think people have taken it too far and have just used it as an excuse to not go ahead with their goals and their dreams. But I say, stand bold, stand firm, and we'll have your back. Let's expose these frauds. But we have a long-term real solution. We have legal recourse that was given to us by our founders in Article 5 of the Constitution for this very reason. George Mason was the one who insisted, he was an anti-federalist, and he insisted that Article 5 of the Constitution provide a way that the states could directly could amend the Constitution without going through Washington, D.C., without having to go through Congress or the president or any of the three, and now today 4 branches of government, if you count the administrative state as the 4th branch of government, without going through any of them, because he knew that this very thing, that we're this very tyrannical leviathan that we're facing today, he knew that this was going to happen one day, and that we weren't going to be able to rely on Congress to rein themselves in, that they would just lie to us every election year and then go and do whatever they want, which is exactly what we've seen. So we have there's two ways to amend the Constitution. First is 2/3 of both houses of Congress can propose amendments, 3/4 of the states ratify, or 2/3 of the states can also propose amendments, and then 3/4 of the states ratify. So just because it's been tried before, but since then it lies dormant, and it's now's the time. Now's the time, and I can tell you this: it's electing another Republican is not the answer,
or an independent, or anybody else. So this actually takes the states. They actually go in and basically do the modification to where they don't call some kind of a thing to where the congressmen and the senators do something, but it's actually the states actually do the work and make the amendment. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly, John. The states can call. They are left to do it however they see fit, and they are left to send whoever they would like to the state convention to propose amendments. And convention as in synonymous with a meeting, a convention just being a meeting. And then when you get to that point, you hear a lot of people then, we can't, a constitutional convention? No, not a constitutional convention. There's no basis in the Constitution for a constitutional convention. There is a provision that allows the states to propose amendments. And our leading legal scholar, the leading constitutional scholar in the whole world, Mark Levin, has proposed 11 amendments that start with term limits for the House and the Senate, an amendment to limit the federal bureaucracy, which is one that it causes it doesn't get rid of any of the departments or anything like that. It just states that they must be renewed every 3 years. So Section 1 of this proposed amendment says all federal departments and agencies shall expire as said departments and agencies are not individually reauthorized and standalone reauthorization bills every 3 years by a majority vote of the House of Representatives and the Senate. And what I like about Levin's proposed amendments is every one of them he goes into the legal backing on every one. He's a constitutional lawyer who worked as chief of staff of Reagan's Justice Department, and he's got a radio show on 6 o'clock my time every day, and he's done. This isn't a Glenn Beck book. This isn't one of 25 books that I'm going to release this year, and it was not written by me. Really, it was written by a whole bunch of different people. Mark Levin wrote this himself after doing 14 months. I think he said. I think it took him 14 months to put this together, and it's really part of the trilogy. He's written 2 other books, and grab those. It being all part of a trilogy. The first one, and if you haven't read these, John, and anybody that's listening, I really hope that you read these, because and it's nothing against Glenn Beck and how he writes books. I enjoy some of Glenn Beck's books, but it's important to note that Mark Levin does not put out 5-10 books a year.
Sure.
He released Liberty and Tyranny, which was out 2009, and made the case for liberty over tyranny. Then Ameritopia, which was very hard to, it was a hard pill to swallow. Left me very troubled. And it's written in book report form almost, where he goes through the evil of the left, the evil behind the progressive movement, dating back to the 1400s. See, there were a lot of different people with a lot of different ideas for America, for the New World, for how it was. When I say 1400s, 1500s, I think it was that Thomas More wrote Utopia, but they had different ideas for America. And when the American Revolution happened and we got our Constitution, they didn't give up, because they never give up. And what we need to do is we need to be as determined as they are on the left, the statists. They never give up. But Ameritopia went into where we are, really brutally, honestly, looking at Plato's Republic, More's Utopia, and Thomas Hobbes' Leviathan, that talk about a paradise of all equality, and it really is creepy how we are living in that utopia that they talked about so long ago, and that they never gave up on that. So that's where Ameritopia is, where we are. And then the third book in the trilogy, the Liberty Amendments, the solution, our recourse. And you'll be happy to know, nowhere in here does it say that electing another Bush is the answer. And this is 11 proposed amendments, and the legal backing and how we are going to do this through the state convention process. And Article 5 of the Constitution says, the Congress, whenever 2/3 of both houses shall deem it necessary, shall propose amendments to this Constitution, or, on the application of the legislators of 2/3 of the several states, shall call a convention for proposing amendments, which in either case shall be valid to all intents and purposes as part of this Constitution, when ratified by the legislators of 3/4 of the several states, or by convention in 3/4 thereof. So now it's up to us, and I'll take this opportunity right now to announce I am running for state rep here. And I might have even told you this before. I was here in Pennsylvania's 87th district, that I will run for state rep next year. I re-registered as a Republican, and I met with my state rep. He thanked me for the book, but I didn't really pick up on any enthusiasm. He's a nice guy, seems like it. But this is the time for action, and I call on anybody out there who wants to see our republic restored, and that is what this is: restoring the American Republic. These amendments do not create anything. These amendments don't add to the Constitution. All they do is restore it to what it originally was. We're so far off from the original Constitution that you cannot call this a constitutional republic anymore. We are in a post-constitutional soft tyranny. And what this does is it brings back the
control to the people.
The original intent of the Constitution, like senators were never meant to be just another elected body. And when 100 years ago, when they passed the amendment that changed it, so the senators, instead of being instead of being elected, instead of being appointed by their state governments to represent, scaredy cat. Oh. Yeah, that's scaredy cat.
Oh, he's cute.
Okay. Instead of being appointed by their state governments to represent the interests of the states, which was what they originally were there for, the Congress was to be the representatives of the people, and the Senate was to be the representatives of the states. And when the statists and progressives back in the early 1900s got the 17th Amendment or whatever amendment it was they passed to make it that the senators are now elected democratically, that took away the voice of the states in Washington. The states do not have a voice in Washington anymore. And that's really when all the bad stuff started to happen. And one of the amendments the second one that Levin proposes, restores the Senate back to being appointed by the state legislators, the way the Constitution was originally written. So we're not talking about novelty here or changing the Constitution we're talking about restoring it, because we have changed the Constitution. You want radical, we've got radical now. What's going on right now in this country, this is radical. This is restoration to the original intents and purposes of the Constitution.
I see.
It's all done through the state governments. So screw your congressman, screw the senator, don't even call them anymore. They're not even going to listen to you. They're liars, they're frauds. Republicans aggravate me even more than the Democrats these days. I went out and campaigned like crazy for Pat Toomey, my senator now from Pennsylvania. Turned out to be a huge disappointment. Doesn't even care, and he just sends you canned responses. And even when I called him when he was opposing the Second Amendment with his little buddy there, Joe Manchin, I called his office and got an earful from one of his obnoxious, detestable staffers who is exempt from Boehner Care, I might add.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no, done with these Republicans. I'm done with them. I'm done going to a town hall and begging, oh, please, Mr. Congressman, will you please not take too many things away from me next year? Oh, please don't take too much of my money. Please. Oh, well, we'll have to see about that. Maybe you have too much money as it is. And then all of a sudden, when the election time comes around, they turn into Paul Revere. And I'm not going to be fooled by them anymore. Yeah. I'm not. And neither should any of you. And turn off Fox News. These detestable Fox News reporters and their lies and their bull. And I don't know what it'll take to get people on our side to stop watching Fox News. But it is a total scam. And the self-absorbed former Bush staffers, just ask yourself. You're a Christian, right, John?
Oh, yeah.
If Jesus was here today, would he be sitting on his couch watching the detestable scumbags on Fox News, save Sean Hannity and Neil Cavuto? But even with those two on there, still, why put that pollution into your brain is all I'm asking. And it's really hard to tell until you've cleaned it out of your brain for a couple weeks. So I recommend and I challenge you and any of your listeners, if you watch Fox News, to just turn it off for a week. Turn off all cable news, all radio news, everything for just a week. And just see how your perspective is at the end of that week. And if you want to go back to the lies and deceit and the hosts and their open contempt for Christians and for Jesus and how they mock Christians and how they mock the civil society, then please go right ahead. But it's important to know that that Fox News is not what it used to be. It has changed, and in many ways they are much worse than the other networks, much worse, because they deceive and they lie.
Because you think they are right-leaning and they're just kind of being wishy-washy?
And do you just ever watch the people on television and wonder how long they stood in the mirror just looking and making their hair just so perfect and and I just love the news and like I'm just so right about everything and like I'm just so beautiful and like everybody should just listen to me and like my eyes just like sparkle and my audience like tells me how they just like love to get their news from me. And do you think these people read any books other than ones that they've written or somebody else has written and slapped their name on it? Do you really think these are intelligent people just because they're on TV?
You know, being a broadcast TV engineer, I have seen the pre-primping that you're talking about, even, you know, where you know, because you're waiting for a feed, and you know the guy on the other end is getting ready to go on live, and if it's a girl, she's, you know, doing her lips and her, you know, all the stuff, and the guys are
guys are just as bad.
They are, yeah. They're constantly, you know, fussing their hair around and stuff, and you know, and
do I look good, Jim? Do I have anything on my shoulder? Okay, all right.
Yeah. And
tell us about it a little bit, John. About what you see from these TV people, and you've been in the business. I've never been in the business. I just know just by looking at them and listening to them talk what they're like. But
yeah, and you know, and they're going over what they're going to say, you know, and they're you know, and a lot of times they are just stumbling around, you know, not really knowing what they're doing, you know, until the camera is on, and then it's like they know everything, you know. Then they have all the answers, you know. But until they're on camera, you know, they're just, you know, and you can tell just by their conversation with their truck crew or whoever it is, you know, that they're just dumber than a box of rocks, you know. It's just the copy that they've been handed, you know.
Well, let me just say this in closing, then I got to get going. That I tell people all the time, just shut off Fox News, get away from the television, just don't watch TV. I threw my iPhone in the toilet the other day. It's just too easy of a way for Satan to get his tentacles in. And not just because of the porn, for so many other reasons. And it feels pretty good. It really does. And I'm still alive. A week without my iPhone, I'm still alive. Now, my thumb was in such pain from texting and an email and everything that, I mean, I had to wrap it up in gauze. I had to use my other fingers because of the intense pain I'd get from my thumb because I was using it so much. But I want to just say that, just read this verse, Ecclesiastes 1:18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he who increases knowledge increases sorrow. Once you've made that jump and you've asked the Lord for wisdom and been willing to do the work to shut off the liars on television, and because wisdom only comes from the Lord, it only comes from God, and if you ask Him for it with a pure heart, He will give it to you. But once it's been given to you, you can't go back. And some days, John, I kind of wish I could go back briefly, because it's not all rosy and everything. It's not cable television fantasy happy land where everything's going to be okay just as long as they're still on TV. Everything's all right. From where I am, the people on television, they look a lot smaller. They look the bigger God gets in my life, and the smaller the little news media clowns look. And it's I'm not trying to sound all high and mighty or anything, and I'm not more brilliant than anybody listening to this. I'm not more brilliant than you. I'm not more there's nothing extraordinarily special about me that I've been endowed with wisdom. It's open and available for everyone. But you've got to do the work. You've got to be willing to cut some things out of your life. And that includes, first and foremost, all forms of television news.
Because you just can't trust it. From any source.
Who... All I know is God has never lied to me, but cable television news has not only lied, but has open contempt for me, my religious beliefs, my God, and my Savior Jesus Christ. So in return, I have open contempt for them. Gotta go, John.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you calling, and we'll have to do this again.
Definitely. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. That was Chris Nelson, who has a show on Spreaker called Imagination Live, and he's quite the outspoken fellow, as you can tell. And I agree with a lot of what he has to say. And it's kind of scary out there. The good thing is that heaven is a better place. And since he's been talking, I've been able to load some music in for the lesser known artist review. How about that? Thank you for talking so long, Chris. That helped me out with the music, and also helped the people to better understand what Mr. Levin is trying to do. And if we can get enough people in the grassroots that can actually get their states to agree to this amendment process, if enough people can gather together and get their voices heard and get their states to actually act on this, it would be a very interesting proposition if we can get these things, get some of these amendments. And I'm wondering if they're going to want to push all 11 of them, or I don't know how that works. Whether or not they have to, if they can do, I guess they would have to do everything in one fell swoop, because they wouldn't be able to just do one at a time, or get a couple of them through and then go back and get some more through. I guess you need to push the whole package. And I'm going to have to pick up Mark's book, I guess, so I can be more well versed on what he has to say. Anyway, let's head out with some music. And now that I've got it loaded in my Spreaker console, we should get some stereo. And this first song is a little short, but it's Stephen Brown, and it's "Heaven is a Better Place."
Living in this world sometimes get me down, but then I think of Jesus and the love I found. He's given me salvation, and He is my best friend. Going home to see Him in that land that has no end. Heaven is a better place Heaven is a better place. No more sin, trouble, or strife. Heaven is a better place. Heaven is a better place. Heaven is a better place. I've been waiting to go all of my life. Heaven is a better place. Through those pearly gates, we'll walk hand in hand, singing and praising His name with all the angel band. Friends and loved ones greet us with a smiling face. Well, praise the Lord forever for His amazing grace. Heaven is a better place. Heaven is a better place. No more sin, trouble, or strife. Heaven is a better place. Heaven is a better place. Heaven is a better place. I've been waiting to go all of my life. Heaven is a better place. I've been waiting to go all of my life. Heaven is a better place.
That's Stephen Brown and Heaven is a Better Place. And my friend Jim Drew was going to try and be with us tonight and talk a little bit about his new project he's working on, but he ended up not being able to come because he said he got hijacked or ambushed or kidnapped, he said, and he apologized all over, and he's going to try and do a show with me when he gets back up to New York. He lives around Rochester, New York, and he's going to see if he can't hook up with me when he gets back up to New York, and he has a nice computer up there where he can get on and get Skyped and get some good talk, and that way we'll have a good time to talk with him. Anyway, I'm going to present him as one of my lesser-known artists. He's working with Randy Stonehill right now, trying to get a project produced, and he's been down in Nashville the last few weeks working with some songwriter groups, and it sounds like he's a busy guy doing shows and writing songs and working with writers groups and stuff like that. Anyway, this is from an older project, and I can't remember the name of the project, doggone it, but it's Jim Drew and Humble Soul. Humble Soul is his band that's backing him up here, and this song is called Doctor It Up.
Doctor it up, doesn't make us feel witty. just like to look the part. Can't take the time to put pieces together, so I just wear religious art. Doctor it up, make it look pretty. Who really cares what's on the inside? Doctor it up, doesn't make us feel witty. Does this makeover cover our pride? And we don't match the label. Are we ready, willing and able? Doctor it up, make it look pretty. Who really cares what's on the inside? Doctor it up, doesn't make us feel witty. Does this makeover cover our pride? Yeah, we don't match the label. Are we ready, willing and able? Doctor it up, doctor it up, yeah. Doctor it up,
Yeah. If we don't match the label, are we ready to doctor it up? I like what he said about he's seeing things that he doesn't like. And that's kind of the way Chris and I are thinking. We're seeing things that we don't like too much, and we got to doctor it up. Got to take control and move things around, change things. All right, next on the list here, I'm going to do one from a group called Cistern, and this is called Half Ticket Home.
hold tight. I know you can feel the pain. He will heal. things you do, and nobody can love me like you do. Cause you are so amazing. Don't even have to ask, it's me and you, and nobody can see me like you do. So how I feel is true, so wrapped up in you. My mind is steady racing. The sun, the moon, the stars in the sky. Your love hits the spot. With you I feel so high, so high. I run to you, arms open wide. I'm into you, fill the slots. Close my eyes and fly. This what happens when I think of you. My heart starts racing and I can't wait to talk to you. I just freeze. Patiently wait, so glad you say, so glad you say your heart is worth never see.
Lord, sometimes I wonder why the things I used to do. Try to find a way back even though I'm done because of you. And I need you every hour, every minute, every second. No guessing, I gotta stay connected like Tetris. I'm not perfect, but I try to be a better man of God. Try to even things out when it's hard. But I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. I got the victory, so no more of the pain and misery. That is history. Chasing after God's heart, that's my treasure. Can risk future blessings for temporary pleasure. So I gotta cut it off if it's in the way. Sometimes your biggest gain is letting go, then trying to stay. When I'm alone in the room, Lord, I think of you. That's why I take the time to worship and praise you. Decrease more of me, increase more of you. Lead the way, God, show me what to do.
This what happens when I think of you. My heart starts racing and I can't wait to talk to you. I just freeze. Patiently wait. So glad you say your heart is what I never see. When I think of you, all the things you do, I lift up my hands and I give you praise every day. When I think of you, I know trials get better. All I need is you. My heart starts racing. What happens when I think of you? My heart starts racing and I can't wait to talk to you. I just freeze. Patiently wait. So glad you say your heart is what I never see. I think of you. Think of you. When I think of you, think of you, think of you.
As I walk along on an autumn day, with all the colors all along my way, I see the beauty and I stop to pray. Lord, will we be colorblind one day? How wonderful to see the trees with all the colors blended as one. Isn't that the way that we should see all the people in our lives? Colors are a miracle. We are the canvas of God's very hand, and every child is so beautiful. No matter where you live across the land, when you walk down the street, Do you want to look into a mirror? How wonderful it is to see all the colors of the trees, surrounded by the autumn winds. In the air there is life within, all God's creatures living side by side. Lord, I pray we will change our mind. How wonderful to see the trees with all the colors blended as one. Isn't that the way that we should see all the people in our lives? Colors are a miracle. We are the canvas of God's very hand, and every child is so beautiful. No matter where you live across the land, when you walk down the street, do you want to look into a mirror? How wonderful it is to see all the colors of the trees. How wonderful to see the trees with all the colors blended as one. Isn't that the way that we should see all the people in our lives?
That was Keith Morgan and a song he called Colors. And before that was Election Sure, a song called Think of You. And we started out that what turned out to be a threefer with Cistern and a song called Half Ticket Home. And I'm just kind of trying to arrange things here and so that I have a record of what I've been playing, so I can it looks like we're going to do a part 10 next week of more or lesser known artists. So we're getting by. We had problems at the beginning of the show. Still having a problem because normally I use some broadcast software that uses an IceCast encoder that runs through a side channel, I guess, to get into Spreaker, but that was not answering, and we were not able to encode, and that kind of puts a hurt on things. So I'm using the Spreaker console, and had to load some music in to the console, and so I'm doing it manually, I guess. Normally there's some automation with the other software that I can't do here, so everything is manual, and I'm not sure how to exactly how to record the songs that I'm playing so that I can keep track of them. So I'm kind of trying to play them in the order that I had originally picked them out for the show, that when I plan to use the other software. So I know it's too much explanation, but you got to ramble sometimes. All right, next up is Kevin Riley and Atmosphere, and this is Holy, 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 version 2.
and mighty, God in three persons, blessed Trinity. Holy, 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 all the saints adore thee, casting down their golden crowns around the glassy sea. Cherubim and seraphim falling down before thee, which word and art and evermore shall be. God in three persons, blessed Trinity.
Our Father, who created and inhabits heavenly praise, glory, honor, and majesty be to you and you alone. Give us, Lord, this day our daily praise. Forgive us for not dancing, kneeling, and singing for you enough. As we put on our garments of praise, lead us not into religious rituals, but deliver us from dead religion. For thine is the worship, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
There's not a friend like the lonely Jesus. No, not one. Oh, yeah. No, not one. None else could heal all a soul's diseases. No, not one. No, 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 not one. Jesus.
assurance of things hoped for. And faith is conviction of things not seen. And through the veil we have someone to confide in. And through his blood we have grace provided. When all these things, they've been washed away. Through the glory of your cross we'll sing. Praise the God who gave his son to and shed his blood upon a tree. Praise the one who gave his son to die for you and me. Have we resisted to the point of shedding blood? And are we on our knees crying to the Holy One? Through the veil we have someone to confide in. But through his blood we have grace provided. When all these things, they've been washed away. Through the glory of your cross we'll sing. Praise the God who gave his son to shed his blood upon a tree. Praise the one who gave his son to die for you and me. Did you consider it all a loss? Could you carry a Savior's cross? Did you consider it all a loss? Could you carry a Savior's cross? When all these things, they've been washed away. Through the glory of your cross we'll sing. Praise the God who gave his son to shed his blood upon a tree. And praise the one who gave his son to and die for you and me. To die for you and me. To die for you and me.
All right, that's Washed Away. And a tune called, or that's the song called Washed Away. It's by a group called One Way Home. And before that was Mercy Masika and a hymn medley. I think they were from Africa. And before that was Kevin Riley and Atmosphere and Holy, Holy, Holy version 2. And I didn't see a version 1 that I can recall when I was doing my hunt, but anyway, he had a nice voice. And we are doing the Lesser Known Artist Review Part 9. This is John Biven on the John Biven Show, live on Spreaker.com, where we are using the Spreaker console tonight because the encoder that we use for our broadcasting software went south. So I hate when that happens. Came up a little bit late, so I'll go ahead and run the full 2 hours. I guess I've only got 20 minutes left, and we'll have a full 2 hour show. We were joined earlier by my friend Chris Nelson, who also has a show on Spreaker called Chris Nelson's Imagination. And he does a almost daily podcast, usually later on in the evening. Not sure exactly when he comes on. I usually end up finding it after the fact. I have caught him live a couple of times, but you know, you have to listen to his stuff. He shares some pretty personal stuff about things he's going through, and some of the interactions he's had with churches, and some of his struggles in life, and he is really on board with Mark Levin, seeing if we can't push some of these amendments through that would really get the country righted back, headed in the right direction. Right now, things are just going so far out of control that it's just not even funny anymore. Never was funny, but if things keep going, it's going to be a really bad situation. I really believe that. Okay, next up on the John Bivens Show, we have Prosperity. That's P-R-O-Z, P-E-R-A-D, Prosperity, and a song he calls Dat Close to My Dream.
It's alright, it's okay, yeah. Look, I'm here now, what's that? Game time.
It's Prosperity, born up in New Orleans, H-Town, where I live now. You know what it is? You cats chopped and screwed, now ain't talking music. Boy, you just got class. You's a new student, graduated on these beats and still a class clown. Hands down, no one can compare. You better act round, okay. Use a G, but you lowercase. Anything God don't use, look, it's thrown away. We all one body, Jesus is the head seat, and people come between, dividing like Red Sea. See, you can't picture me in HP without God, you folded. Laptop, HP. No fear, speeding through life with traffic. That's why I'm stuck up in this game like graphics. Let me sprint across the track, can you hear me now? MySpace views, how many? Christina Milian, acting like it park numb. When you know you feel it, man, you lost like Gilligan. Find God, let him in. I grab my pen and pad with my pen in hand. Don't listen to the beat, speak with my spirit, man. I'm so peculiar, I'm unaverage. That's why they judging me, inspecting me like gadget. I'm on another level, something like Luigi. Screw drive videos, Phillips on your TV. It's like I just woke up, I'm that close to my dream. I'm that close to my dream, I'm that close. It's like I just woke up, I'm that close to my dream. I'm that close to my dream, I'm that close. It's alright, it's okay. I'm here now, the game's mine. So move on, been too long for me to lose focus, boy. Look, it's game time. Field goal flow, it's good. Range roll, it's wood. Swagger cadabra, this ain't magic. I'm at the top, put my flow up in the attic. They keep it 100, like 100. Me, hundreds of hundreds, my money hopping, Bugs Bunny. Text message advocacy and then kaboom. Walt Disney, your speakers, I make cartoons. Be faithful over little, make it rule over much. Don't let nobody take it, you ain't supposed to be blessed. God, grab hold of me, I don't just wanna touch you. And I need a little time with you, spend a little time with you. God got me tighter than a Gap sweater. Homie, check the news, I'm fly like weather.
Wait, hold up. Y'all heard what he just said? Man, that boy killing it. Get back on it.
Man, let him clean out your heart, Fabuloso. Let him fight your battle, kick back, judo. And who knows where all my friends went, Uno. So I play my cards right, all deck, all night. And I'm alright, I left darkness all light. I'm left-handed, but look, I walk right, never stranded. I'm up in God's sight, and I'm alive after death. I've been born twice, and she don't live a life. That's why I let her go. Baby, I'm too fly, how can I settle down? I'm all egg whites, I'm straight unyoked. You non-believers believing up in something, no. Playing games, pulling out the Bible when you wanna. Trying to be convenient, leave you hotter than the sauna. You better change it up, switch it up, audible. God don't just know my heart, look, it's audible. I just woke up, I'm that close to my dream, I'm that close to my dream, I'm that close. It's like I just woke up, I'm that close to my dream, I'm that close to my dream, I'm that close. Look, it's alright, it's okay, I'm here now, the game's mine, so move on. Been too long for me to lose focus, babe. Look, it's game time.
Babe, hey babe. Come on, dude, wake up. How are you gonna finish this song if you're always sleeping?
I'm up.
Come on, man.
I'm finished. I got like 3 verses. I'm tripping at the whole song done.
This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice. I will rejoice. I rejoice in Him always. I give Him the glory because He is worthy. He's worthy to be praised. I cannot repay Him for all He has done for me. I'll lift up my voice and I will sing praises to His name. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad. Rejoice and be glad. I rejoice in Him always. I give Him the glory because He is worthy, worthy to be praised. I can't repay Him for all that He's done for me, but I lift up my voice and I will sing praises to His name. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice. This is the day that the Lord has made. This is the day. I will rejoice and be glad. This is the day that the Lord has made. This is the day I will rejoice. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad.
Come on, everybody, get on your feet. Vamos a estar de pie y vamos a adorar a Dios. Let's give Him worship. Let's give Him glory because He is King of Kings. He is the Lord of Lords. Él es Rey de Reyes. Él es Señor de Señores. No hay nadie como Él. So no matter where you're from, no matter the color of your skin, no matter what tongue you speak, let's just worship Him and honor Him. No importa la nación, el color, vamos a adorarle a Él. Come on and worship Him. Come on, adore Him. Vamos a darle gloria al Rey de Reyes, el Señor. Let's worship His name. Let's give Him the praise and give Him glory. And give Him glory. Vamos a adorar, vamos a cantar, for He is the King of Kings.
This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice. Este es el día que hizo el Señor. Me gozaré, alegraré.
That was Rejoice by Yomira. On the lesser-known artist review here on the John Bivens Show live on Spreaker.com, using the Spreaker console because it looks like the broadcasting software can't get through to the network. So anyway, I was talking to you earlier about my friend Jim Drew, who's working on a new project, and I'm playing some of his older stuff to kind of get you used to hearing him. And this next song is kind of a fun song. I still haven't figured out exactly what he's talking about, but the title of the song is Mighty Mush.
Delegate of honesty, an elder of the ancients, and a warrior, I am told. With every fiber of his body, he reveals the truth of history. To him it's not a mystery, this father of the mold. He is a mushroom by design. He is a hero of the times. Mighty Mush, defender of the innocent, keeper of the truth, we can hear the battle cries. Mighty Mush, though many stories came and went, he'll serve the Creator till he dies. Mighty Mush. Down inside the caverns, there are bones of resting neighbors. Mush will tell you of their beauty and the day that they were made, given their existence by the speaking of the artist, breathing life into the dust. Here the proof of it is stayed. So says a mushroom by design. He is the hero of the times. Mighty Mush, defender of the innocent, keeper of the truth, we can hear the battle cry. Mighty Mush, though many stories came and went, he'll serve the Creator till he dies. Mighty Mush. He learned the truth from Mrs. Mossy Fields, growing up with all the other little caps. He found his place within creation's yield, evidence to those who need reminding of the hand that formed their soul. Defender of the innocent, keeper of the truth, we can hear the battle cry. Mighty Mush, though many stories came and went, he'll serve the Creator till he dies. Mighty Mush, defender of the innocent, keeper of the truth, we can hear the battle cry. Mighty Mush, though many stories came and went, he'll serve the Creator till he dies. He'll help wipe
This is Jim Drew between New York and Nashville on the John Bivens Show, live on Spreaker.com.
Lisa, she could sing just like an angel, young and full of life. She let her own heart unfurl. Someone said that she could make a living singing on stages, making love to the world. She left her home and inspiration through too many changes for this hometown girl. There are so many roads between New York and Nashville. Some take their toll while others just fade. Bridges are burned between New York and Nashville. Smoke fills the skies while fate turns the page. Chuck had been a loner back in school. Played a little guitar, making plenty of noise. He never really touched any hearts, but he needed the attention, made a foolish man's choice. He found only desperation. He was living on spite, losing what's left of his voice. There are so many roads between New York and Nashville. Some take their toll while others just fade. Bridges are burned between New York and Nashville. Smoke fills the skies, fate turns the page. It's not about cities or people or wishes, 'cause all of those things come from being alive. It's more about purpose, particular pieces, how we are moved, sometimes locked deep inside. Locked deep inside. Locked deep inside. David left to find a life and home. See job after job, it never done him no good. He never really fit the mold. The only thing natural came from strings on the wood. He had a song for every story, playing to crowd after crowd, living like everyone should. There are so many roads between New York and Nashville. Some take their toll, while others just fade. Bridges are burned between New York and Nashville. Smoke fills the skies, fate turns the page.
That is Jim Drew and Humble Soul, my buddy who lives up around Rochester, New York. He's traveling around Nashville right now doing some stuff and getting stuff ready. He's doing another project, and I can't wait to hear some of his new music. I've been doing a little track exchanging with him. He's sending me some tracks, and I'm playing some keyboards for him. Well, I don't know if he's going to use any of my stuff, but that would be cool. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the show tonight. I'd like to thank my friend Chris Nelson for dropping in, and Ray Jackson, KB9COL, a ham radio buddy of mine, stopped by the room. He was worried about me because we were on the show late. Couldn't get the broadcast software to work correctly with the encoders, so had to jump over here to the Spreaker console, and I'm glad Chris came in and did some talking, because while he was talking I was throwing music up so I could finish out the show, so that worked out real good. Thanks, Chris, for helping me out. And I see he's in his program now doing something he calls Boehner Care, so you'll have to check that out on Chris Nelson's Imagination Live. And join us tomorrow for the Pillar of Fire Church show. Hopefully the encoder will be working, because I don't think I can do the Spreaker console. Well, maybe I can. Maybe I'll use the Spreaker console from the church in a worst case scenario. And I was looking to see if Weekend Edition was on with Jay Sands' show, and it does not look like it's up, so they must be having trouble too. So I assume it's a Spreaker-wide problem. So I'm glad I was able to get on with this with the old console here, and at least got something up for you guys. So hope you enjoyed the show, and tune in next week for another version of the John Bivens Show, and I think we'll continue on. Probably have part 10 of the lesser known artists, and maybe we can get some other folks in to join in on the chat and all that kind of fun stuff. So at any rate, I'm going to get out of here. We're running a little bit long tonight because we ran a little bit short, so we'll see how well that works. Hopefully you can hear me talking over top of the music. I've got it kind of potted down. I'm not used to using this protocol. So anyway, love you guys. Have a good rest of the weekend. Go to church tomorrow, and love the Lord, and trust in His protection. So email me at thejohnbivenshow@bivman.com. Have a good night.